Hello, 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 hello! How are you guys doing this wonderful Thursday? Let's see. How lagging is my computer today? Oh, moderately. Alright. Is what it is. Let me know how things are coming through for you guys. Let me shut down Fusion. Free up some resources. No, don't sign out. Fusion, you're fucking stupid. Bruh. It said shut down, not sign out. How Fusion handles multiple computers using the single license is just idiotic. Anyway. Hello! We got some cool updates that I am excited to show. We got a couple projects we got to work on. Let me do a switcheroo here. Okay. And why is it not letting me do this? Oh, why are you stuck? You shouldn't be stuck. There we go. Okay. Hell yeah, BBs! Can't wait to see your thoughts on it. Alright. So, we got Fusion still open. Yo, Fusion, can you shut down so I can get my RAM back? I clearly need the RAM. Alright, where's Fusion? System interrupts is using 100% of my RAM. Or of my CPU. That's fun. Why is Overwolf using 17%? I'm not playing any games. What the hell? I hate Overwolf. It freaking adware, essentially. Hello, everybody. Hello. Sorry, apparently my computer's being hijacked by rogue processes. One of which is, of course, Fusion. So currently clawing back resources just to help with the stream. Fusion's still not closing, by the way. I started. Oh, there it goes. It's gone. How long did that take? 5 minutes? What the hell, Fusion? It's still, and now Task Manager's crashing. Dude, like, come on. Of all the CAD programs, like, I have such a love-hate relationship with Fusion. It's mostly hate. There's not much love in this relationship. I think I can safely say that. The way Fusion just handles things, like its licensing, is idiotic. Absolutely asinine. Alright. Let's hop over to the main camera view. So, hey, look, we got a Girari bin printed. And this one's special because it is a Gridfinity bin. It's also even more special because it has magnets. I installed those earlier to make sure everything would fit. So let's go ahead and shift some things around. Because we also have to find homes for all of these. So, first off, hello Tin Talon, RJ Repo, Critter42, Mr. Tiburum, BBs, Mad Owl. What's up? How's it going, guys? So, Bolts Depot has become a new favorite of mine. You can get a ton of screws for really cheap. All of these, $50 total. For all those fasteners. $50. For over 1,500 fasteners. $50. Less, actually. Mind you, these are metric, so they are more expensive, but the fact is we were still able to get them from relatively cheap. Additionally, are these the ones? I'm testing out a new method. Yeah, this is it. Okay. I'm testing out a new method of removing layer lines. So, these it didn't work too well on, but it worked. Essentially, I'm trying to find a bin that is printed normally. I swapped them all. It's also hard to tell because this is a matte filament. So what I did is I used fuzzy skin to just impart a little bit of fuzziness, very, very subtle fuzziness to these parts, and it essentially deleted the layer lines. Essentially. I found the settings off of Reddit, and they work well. So, yeah, I'm tinkering a little bit with them. I'm hoping what it can do, like, I'm really hoping what it can do is turn more shiny filament, like some PLAs that I have, into a more matte filament. So I'm really excited for that. All right, so here we got a bag of M4x12s. Here's my problem. These are not big enough. I'm just realizing that. These actually take a while to print. Shit. Okay. Before I dive too deep into this, I have a question. I have a question for you guys. So, I've been going pretty heavy into multi-board, and I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with multi-board so far. I am just now dipping my toes into proper organization and into proper systems and actually getting things going. And multi-board is the first that I've truly adopted in such a degree that I'm using it heavily. Obviously, I'm using it here. I have it on the side wall of the desk. I'm actually putting it in my bedroom to hold my here. Let me show you what it's holding, or what it will be holding. It's not holding it yet. So quality audio. Anyway, I really like high quality audio. An audiophile, you may say. These are Bluetooth. Say what you want about Bluetooth. But these are planar magnetic headphones. These are very expensive. What's different between these and something like these, which I love how I'm holding up Razer headphones and planar magnetic headphones. So these, instead of a diaphragm speaker where it is essentially a magnet and a coil that moves the diaphragm, these, the entirety of the diaphragm is essentially a wire trace, and the magnet affects the entire diaphragm. So instead of it being like a pinpoint of sound, it is supposed to be planar on a plane of the diaphragm. I'm not using the exact words correctly, but you can kind of see it. If I tilt it in just the right light, nah, I can't. I can see it from here. The camera's not picking it up. So I wear these when I really want to have a nice sound stage. When I want to sound like I'm in the orchestra seating. Look, I sound so snobby right now, but the idea is that I don't use these often. I use these very seldomly, but when I do use them, I like to just kind of veg and just enjoy the music or whatever else I'm consuming. So I'm making headphone holders for these. They're printing out right now on Black Widow over there. And so this will have a nice permanent home on the wall. And yeah, I'm happy with that. But yeah, that's going in the bedroom. Additionally, so I got my wallet here. Whenever I come home, I take my wallet out and I put it on my nightstand. I don't really want to do that anymore. I want to actually give it a home. I want to put it in a spot where it belongs, so I always know where my wallet is. There's been many times where I've been like, "Where's my wallet?" And it's been like either here, over there, somewhere else. Little bit chaotic. You know, there's also, I have my NVIDIA Shield TV, which is like a cylindrical thing. I want to mount that onto the wall behind my TV so that I can cable manage everything. And so, multiboard has become what I'm using for that. Now, here's the thing. This is where things get a little complicated. So, before this, I have adopted Gridfinity. I love Gridfinity. Got the nomadic blue parts. Oh, yo, sup? So my studio, actually, a point of admission here. So my studio obviously is black and orange for, you know, Prusa. My bedroom, when I'm doing stuff color coordinated in there, it's black and blue because nomad. What's up, Joe? What's up, LO6? What's up, One Raz? Okay, so here's my problem. I have dipped my toes into Gridfinity. I've not gone full dive into Gridfinity, but I've really dipped my toes into it. I am at the point where if I want to go somewhere else for a general storage solution, I still can. And it would not really, like, I would lose out on a few of the bins I've already printed, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So, I've also printed drawers with Gridfinity in mind, obviously. So this is one of them. This is the extent of my use of Gridfinity. I don't have anything else outside. These shelves here are Gridfinity, but they're not in use yet for anything Gridfinity specific. For my drawer bins, I have some non-Gridfinity drawers for things like some tools and whatnot. So I'm at a point where I really, really need to consider what I want to use, because here is the challenge. As it stands, there is no official direct support for Gridfinity on multiboard. There's a bunch of stuff that does work, but there's no direct support for it. So I can continue down Gridfinity with my Girari drawers, and the challenge is this. There is a lot of Gridfinity things. There's a ton of stuff for Gridfinity. That system has been in place for years. It has been well developed and well enthused. That's been great. Hey Wick Central, what's up? Multiboard has been around for about a year or two, and it hasn't had as much proliferation as Gridfinity has. So I don't necessarily have a way right now for my storage of parts to work on my wall units, essentially. So my challenge right now is, what bin system do I want to adopt? I can continue with Gridfinity. I'm not getting rid of Girari. Girari, I am full dive in, and I'm using that because Girari is kind of the only one that's right now designed to be mounted underneath a desk or something along those lines, and actually can hold the weight that I need it to hold. Like this is a few pounds right here, and it's holding it no problem. And I'm actually able to have this drawer hang out without any issue. So like this works, and I'm really happy with it. So drawer is absolutely the route I'm going for my drawers. All Ford supports all Rails for Gridfinity, he said. Who? Is that the guy that does multiboard? I've watched his videos. I haven't actually remembered his name, admittedly. I know that there was an update essentially yesterday that goes over a good handful of things. Let's see, where is... Okay, there's the multi-board beta. Well, let's get back to what I was saying. So, I tried adopting Screwfinity from Zombie Hedgehog, and I've kind of abandoned that. It works, and it works well, but tolerances are a little too tight, and going between different printers, printing parts for it, it seems like just if there's a slight offset, that can cause problems. Oh, the guy who does... Okay. So all wall rails work for Gridfinity. Oh, nice. Well, so here's the thing. Yes, wall rails work for Gridfinity. I've seen that there's a Gridfinity mount, and I'm printing that for work. So at work, we have a Gridfinity wall, or we have a multi-board wall that I'm printing Gridfinity stuff for. He has a system of bins that is specific for multi-board. And I'm trying to think. I have a lot of screws to put away now. I have a lot of screws to put away. 1,500 screws to be exact. Do I continue with Gridfinity and all the bins that I have? Or do I, I don't want to use drawers for everything. Like, this is all hardware related to my desks. This is going to stay in a drawer. Because this is all hardware that's related to, you know, making stuff for my desk, making stuff for my toolbox. This is all stuff related to that. So this is staying where it is. But when it comes to, like, hey, I have 1,000 of these flatheads. Again, all Bolt Depot, by the way. Again, love Bolt Depot. So I have 1,000 of these flatheads. I have 1,000 of these. Like, I got a lot of 1,000 screws. So I need large storage solutions. I'm considering going with, for like larger bin, I'm considering going with the multi-board stuff. But I'm not sure, because it doesn't feel like multi-board's bins and multi-board systems has really been developed. And mind you, I have the ability to develop it. I have the ability to expand upon what I need. If what I need doesn't exist, I can make it. I have that capability. So I'm trying to think, you know, if I go down the route of doing the multi-board things, I can put stuff here very easily. It won't necessarily be these trays that I could knock off really easily. They would actually be more secure. I don't know. What I want to prevent is I want to prevent shoehorning myself into a choice. Because if I make a choice, I'm going to feel obligated to continue down that choice that I make. And I won't really want to deviate from it too much. There is absolutely a way for me to have a hybrid of the two. Like 100%, I can have both. No problem. But I don't know. Am I trying to talk myself into it? Am I trying to talk myself out of it? I don't know. Has anyone here had experience? Actually, here, let's do this. I'm doing one system for walls and the other for drawers. Okay. Well, thank you for your input. like, I know, like, my drawers are always going to be somewhat separate, and that's fine. That's okay. Let's pull up. Let's learn about his system. We're not going to watch the video, but let me actually pull it up and let's look at it. Because with Gridfinity, you can stack bins on top of bins. That's, you know, an obvious benefit of Gridfinity. You can do this, which is cool. That's nice. Hey, Cyber Bob. Hey, Vince. Welcome. That's a nice benefit of Gridfinity, is that everything's stackable, everything works to go with stuff. Yeah. Gridfinity for horizontal. So let's go back to the live view here. All right. One, grab the browser, please. Where's my browser? Huh. Why is my browser not appearing? Explorer.exe. It's not what I want. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, let me trim this in. So, here is the new multi-board website, which is, it's cool. I think it's pretty nice. I mean, they have underdesk drawers. I'm not going with them, because I'm so heavily invested in Girari, and Girari uses such a little amount of filament. It works really well. Now, if I search Gridfinity in here, this is what has me, you know, hesitant. This is it. That's it for Gridfinity. And to be fair, Gridfinity is kind of meant to be more of a horizontal, like, in a drawer system. So maybe worrying about putting it on a wall is actually the wrong thing for me to do. Maybe I shouldn't be looking into that. Maybe I should look for harmony between the two systems. So let's look at multi-point here. So this is multi-point, from what I understand. So you have, okay, so you have drawers, you have bins. Okay. So obviously it all connects to, we don't want to watch that. Here is the other thing I've seen, and I actually really like this. I've seen this. This has had me very interested. The downside to this is that it doesn't look like it gets any deeper than what you see at face value. This I could easily adapt to multi-board. I'm not concerned about that at all. These look like a very simple rail system that could just very easily be adapted. But this is, again, its own system. This doesn't support you know, Gridfinity, and doesn't support multi-connect right out, or multi-board right out the gate. I mean, it supports itself, which is cool, and supports SCADAs, which, hey, that's awesome. But this is its own system. It's cool. You know, I gotta give them that. This is a cool system. And I could use the SCADAs mounts to put this onto multi-board. And to be fair, like, This is really cool. But just if we let's look at where is it? Here we are. Just look at a non-divided one drawer. Pretty deep. Seems pretty straightforward. Has a little thing so you can put a label in. It's nice. So that's okay. So multi-bin shells. Look at the base. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting to, okay. It's starting to click. I'm starting to understand this. I'm starting to understand this. So you have a multi-board mounting system right here. So you can mount this to multi-board straight out the gate. You could also mount it vertically. So you can have it like this. So this could be a bin or drawer. Okay. It's a lot more printing. I think I just have to print the starter pack and just start experimenting. Hey, Boydie, what's up? So, let's look at this. Is it going to load? Hello? Alright, so that's not working. Let's download this and let's look at it in Slicer. The starter pack is old now. They say at the top of the non-beta site. This doesn't say that it's old. Oh, non-beta site. Okay. Right, so it's just multi-board website. Yeah, I saw the on-grid update. I saw that came out, which is cool. I know this update just came out. Gee, wouldn't a multi-board drawer be cool? It would be. Don't worry, I'm talking to Jari. I know what's cooking. I smell what's in the kitchen. I'm excited. I'm not going to reveal anything that he's working on, but yeah, he's keeping me in the loop. Anything from multiboard, make sure it's the updated files. Well, so that's the problem. I already started printing with the old tiles because I didn't know there was an update coming out. You missed the black bar at the top of the homepage. Well, that's kind of annoying. Like, this is cool and all. Like, I've seen this. Like, this is cool. But I've already printed at least 1 kilogram worth of the original simple tiles. These guys. So I don't necessarily know how this is outdated. Do you guys know how this is outdated? Like in which way is this outdated? Because I'm only worried about the bins. I'm not really worried about much else. I want to understand how the bins are working. That's what I want to find out. I got a printer available right now. I can start printing these. And if this is still enough for me to learn the system, would it work? Okay, everything should be reversed. Okay, backwards compatible. Cool. So everything's backwards compatible. Sweet. Glad to hear that. The eclipse have been up. I presume you mean just the clips. The clips have been updated. I did see that there's now flush clips, which is cool. I mean, you can't update like the core snaps, like the actual like octagon snaps, because then you break everything that's been made so far. So I do know that he's ensured to that degree backwards compatibility, which is awesome. It's great. Which means, hey, all the multi-board I printed is still good. It still works. I'm trying to think here, and I wish I could see 3D model, but it's not letting me. So, let's see here. Yeah, that's straightforward. Nothing there. This is the actual bin itself. So in here, let's look at what do I need? So I need okay, so no, because those are for multi-bin grids, which I don't have. I would need a multi-bin if I wanted to just use these. Hey, Moonhowler, welcome. So if I wanted to use these, I would need to adapt it. So I would have to have... I mean, I could swap over to this. So for my main wall, I haven't printed any parts yet. If I went with this, the multi-bin grids, if I went with this, it would technically be a lot less printing. So I would save a lot of time. So do like a 3x3, for example. Yeah, so this has been updated. You can see the side snaps there. So this has been updated. You lose out on those holes. But, like, I don't care about these side snaps all that much because I'm fine using more of the actual pins. So let's see here. Advanced tile generator. Copy link. Putting this in my other browser so I don't reveal the password like a dummy. What's going on? Shit ain't loading. I think I remember. Nope. Alright, why are you not loading? Kind of felt the same way. I think I saved the side snap stuff for boxes or shelves. Next layer, yeah, I saw his video. Yo, can this work, please? Why is my web browser not working? My main browser is not loading any web pages. It can't even load Amazon right now. Like, what? Also, who pinged me in Posi Discord? Okay. Gonna try loading this on my phone. I don't want to give away the freaking password because, you know, that would be an asshole thing to do. What the hell? DNS is down. I know why. It doesn't like that shortened URL. What? Oh, 3 got deleted. Found it. Okay. All in the mount have 4. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it, and I'm somewhat familiar with that. Just trying to get the freaking password. Of course, this is a chore in and of itself. Okay, so let's look at this and close the 50 other tabs I had to open just to get here. Okay, so okay. Yeah, I got the password. I'm good now. Oh, that's cool. This is neat, but it doesn't give me this. So, all right, I'm just gonna download this. And we're gonna open up so that let's move to a mini plate. Transfer everything. I want this to be able to fit my minis. Okay. Give me a better idea of what can or cannot fit. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Okay. Okay, so now let's go back into the multi-board site. So mounting systems. Ooh. What screw on? 8mm offset. What's up, AZ3DP? Welcome. So, how do I mount? How do I mount this new multi-bin to a wall? That's not clear to me right now. That is very unclear to me. How you, because if we go, this website is really useful, but it's like, if you're going for drawers, the multi-bin grids are definitely a good choice. Yeah, I'm going for like some drawers as well as bins, so that's why I'm going with it. Do I use? No, because these got updated. These just got updated. Do those? You can use the multi-point system. Well, that's a flush mount though. I want to retain the ability for this to be off the wall, which, so what I'm guessing, here's what I'm thinking. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, they aren't showing. Okay. So if we go in here. That, I don't want that. I don't want a flush mount. That. So, from what I understand, this does what? Hey, Cody, well, thank you for subscribing. Mentioned on the live stream that there are two mounting weights. One is flat up against the surface, and the other one is little dowels behind it or raised the surface. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, I want it to be 8mm off the wall so that I can like take it off, adjust it, and fix it. But again, let's go back to here. So if I'm trying to figure out, how do I mount this without like any crazy additional hardware? How do I mount this? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I'm thinking, let's see, screw on 8 mil offset. Based off what I see here, it looks like it requires the snap module. So it looks like I need to add this, which let me get it onto the plate here. These are different. Hey, Clown Hammer, what's up? And what's up, Just Push Print? Funny thing is, I was in the middle of watching that when you became live. Yeah. All right, so yeah, that certainly goes together. Question is, can I get it on the same plate? And it doesn't look like I can. It looks like I'm gonna have to do this on a different plate, which I don't really want to do. Right now, what's great about this is that with a 5x5 grid of this unit, I can print this plus the hardware I need to mount it of the standard multi-board. Which means for every 5x5 plate I print, I'm able to also print, you know, the way to mount it to existing units so that I can always ensure that I have the hardware I need to expand it. With this, I don't want to go any smaller than a 3x3 because that feels stupid. But I also don't see a way to directly mount this the way I want to without that part. I've been considering doing multi-board for the new shop since it needs... I mean, so far, I may join you. I'll let you guys know. So far, I've been really liking multi-board. I have been really liking it. I'm trying to figure out how this works so that I can make an educated decision. So if I go into my print inventory real quick, which, hey, shout out to Tech Cheaper for print inventory. That the whole system is genius. Okay, so let me drag this in. I'm gonna chat good at painting an orca for multicolor. Depends on like the complexity of the model. I use the paint bucket a lot in it. That's typically how I do it. That's just me. All right. Well, Windows Explorer is crashing. That's neat. That's cool. Thanks. Well, thanks, Windows. I do appreciate you being unhelpful. I've been so tempted to swap over to Linux, but sadly, most of the stuff that I use would not be compatible. Oh yeah. Speaking of Bamboo, do you guys hear the official update? Yeah, print inventory. Look it up. PRINTVENTORY. It is a application that is specifically to help you organize and sort your prints. It is amazing. It is made by a community member, Tech Cheaper. I'm the moderator in his Discord. It's genius. It is absolutely brilliant. And I need to start using it, especially with multi-board. I really need to start using it. Dude, I'm salty that Close all Windows Explorer windows. I don't know why this just completely crashed on me. And I'm worried that this is gonna cause problems. I need to reboot my computer more. I'm worried I might break Streamlabs trying to troubleshoot this, but I don't. Everything's freezing up, and I don't know why. I need a new computer, dude. I need a new computer so bad. Can't afford one though, especially now. Like, oh my god, I should have built one last year. I should have built a new computer last year. But no, I was like, oh no, I can get another year out of this. I regret everything. Dude, Task Manager's crashing! Bruh, how am I supposed to operate a stream like this? Oh my god. I can't even... I can't run Task Manager to kill Windows Explorer in order to get the STL file into the slicer. Existence is pain. On top of that, my CPU's been hanging up every once in a while, just, I don't know, to screw with me. Where's Windows Explorer? There you are. Restart. Ah, finally. Watch, Windows Explorer was hanging up my system this whole time. I would not be surprised. Oh, yeah, there we go. Everything crashed. Yeah, that just like cascaded. I have no start menu. Yeah. Oh wait, I do. It's just hidden. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're back, baby. I hate computers. After being in IT for 10 years, I certified hate computers. Ugh. Alright, downloads. Yeah. Alright, actually, I don't want downloads. Right, I want to go back into my print inventory folder in my OneDrive. Which is probably part of the problem, that it's in OneDrive. Okay. Seriously? I click on the file and you start crashing? Okay, there we go. There we go. So I can print these on here. I'm not convinced at how strong that's going to be. You know? I'll try it. I'm going to try it. So I'll have one printer print these, and then another printer print the inserts. Hello, just another 3D printing guy. What's up? Okay. Actually, I should be able to fit. Hold on. Can I do this? Will this work? So technically I need 2. No. I need more than 2. If I... Oh, hey, look at that! I can get it on one plate. Um, I'm really, like, testing things here. And, like, tolerances are gonna be fun. I just have to angle it just right. There we go. Okay. Okay. Alright, look at that. Got everything onto, got everything onto one plate. Plating for the mini is fun. Okay, so... Yeah, Is this technically more printing or less printing? And not to mention, like, because of these side pin things, I lose threading there, which kind of sucks. It is what it is. Nice Tetrising. Dude, I love Tetris. I just wonder if his special partner will join. No. No, just be me. Unless you're talking about Callie, because Callie would definitely be joining. Hi, Callie. Hello. Okay, so there we go. Everything fits on a Prusa mini plate. And this is all the hardware you need to technically... Yeah, just need to stack them in Z. I don't want to do that, Smitsky. Also, hey, Smitsky! Been a while, buddy! Man, my computer did not like me waving. Wow. My computer did not like that. At all. Jeez, I'm rebooting my computer immediately after the stream today. Is there any way for me to free up some resources? What's taking up resources in the background here? Let's close out Parsec. Hi, Callie. Oh, hello. You're choosing like a bad time to hop up here. All right, close out that. Hi, hello. Okay. I love you, Callie. Thank you. I'm running Vivaldi, which is based on Chrome. I'm shutting everything down that is not critical to the stream. Anything that's not critical is getting turned off. Dymo, get out of here. We don't need you. Steam, I don't need you open right now. Net Extender, I don't even use you anymore. Xbox, get X out of here. It's not letting me close Xbox. You know, it might be. 3D experience, can you also go away? I don't need Autodesk chilling in the background right now. All right. There we go. No, Steam Deck, you're good. You stay. We'll close out Beeper. I don't need Beeper right now. Slack. Close Slack. Yeah, we need NVIDIA broadcast. Okay. I just freed up all. Dude, my specs are terrible. For a modern computer, quote modern. Oh, SolidWorks, whatever. Yeah, my specs are terrible. Let's see here. So I'm running. Oh, my CPU is absolutely cooked right now. I'm running an i9 9900K at 3.6 gigahertz. Right now, apparently everything is hit at, you know, max CPU. My CPU is at max right now. That's fun. I have 48 gigs of RAM, 35 of which are currently in use, and I have a 2070 Super. Make Dave buy you a new PC. No, he won't. That. What is taking up all of my CPU right now is Streamlabs. Streamlabs and Vivaldi. Which, yeah, Vivaldi is my main web browser, so. Yeah, it seems to have significantly improved. Let's hope it stays that way. Yeah. I think we're doing a lot better. We will see. Just had to like close everything out. Those offset snaps I don't think will work from what Jonathan mentioned in the live stream today. You will need the bolt locked ones. Okay, so let's pull up his web page here. So yeah, I heard about the bolt lock thing. I believe the offset snaps are still going to work. Because here's the, I don't want flush. That's all that's there is flush. I don't want flush. And he hasn't released non-flush mounting yet, it looks like. Bolt locked in. Ooh, what? Okay, I see. So I am right in thinking that you need one of those. Okay. I have a feeling they might work. So if I look at the geometry here, so you can see that offset snap has that geometry. Here, let me do this. Do copy paste. All right, we're gonna assemble this in Slicer here. Ready? So we're gonna rotate that 90. All right, we're gonna drop that now. This will tell us if this will work. Essentially, does that line up? Man, slicers are definitely not really meant for this. Yeah, that lines up. That looks like it should work. And if I take one of these, right? Sorry. Uh-huh. The position that, oh, right, I have this angled wrong. One second. I mean, that looks like it should work. I mean, my stuff is very off right now. It's like that. It's not. This is not centered at all. But based off what I'm seeing here, it looks like this should work. It is worth me at least testing a test print. So that's what we'll do. We're gonna do a test print of this. I'm gonna do it in just PLA. Oh, wait, am I out of... Oh, I'm almost out of PLA. Look at that. Actually, yeah, I'm on the last of that spool. Okay, let's move this over to MK4S High Flow. Twice. I'm gonna print and test. We're gonna find out if this works or not. If it doesn't work, then cool, I just toss this and move on. If it does work, then I figured out how we're doing everything else. Oh, 5 hours. Oh, of course it's 5. Okay, for the sake of testing. For the sake of testing. Let's do this. Leave that plated for the mini. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna get a 1x1. So we go back into our browser here. Go up here. Oh, no, it's all the way over here, right? No, wait. No. Okay, here we are. Oh, right. I was on the right track. Okay, here. You. 1, 1. Okay. I print this, and then I can test everything. Now, I don't even have to print these. I already have a bunch ready to go. How do you make your printers so quiet in the background? Mine is, they're just quiet. Bruce's aren't very loud machines. I also have, here, let me show you guys. I'm gonna edit my filters real quick. So I have noise suppression and noise gate. Let me go ahead and turn those off, and you will kind of hear the background noise. Now let me turn off the mute. Yeah. I don't know what you guys can hear right now, but this is about... Ooh, am I dropping? Yeah, I'm dropping. Okay. This is about the background noise you should probably hear normally. So, yeah, I don't know if this is good, bad. I can't hear what you guys hear, but I turn on noise suppression. Noise suppression automatically filters out the noise. And then noise gate ensures that it's only me that's actually triggering the sound. And yes, I am using Streamlabs. I have a subscription with them. It has a lot of features baked in that I really like. And I don't really want to move away because I have all my templates work really nicely in Streamlabs. I need a better computer. Because my computer is old. That is the truth. 1x1 multi-bin plate. Okay. Oh, that. Okay. 27 minutes. Look at that. We're in during the length of the stream. We'll actually be able to answer a question. All right, Lich. Oh, I have it set to PDG, don't I? Yes, I do. Resubmit PLA. Place now. Send to connect. Lich and print. Okay. So, so before the end of the stream, we'll find out officially if this is supported or not. If what I want to do is supported. If it is, amazing. That actually will save me a decent amount of filament. Because right now, let's see, do I have a plate I can grab? Yes. I am printing a ton of these. Now, I'm going with a smaller plate volume. So I'm doing a 5x5 because I'm using quad snaps. So that's going to add a lot of structural rigidity to the inside of this. So I don't need intermediary snaps. And if I ever want to, take a tile off, I can take one tile off. And this is easy to take off. I don't have to take off a whole... I was originally going to use my XL to do this. But honestly, if I have to take this off, it's going to be annoying. I'm going to have to take off so much to take this one tile off. And while this would be awesome to just, put that on a wall and run with it, no. That doesn't really work out. I'll still probably use this somewhere, somehow. I don't know. I don't want to just throw it out because it's like, this was used. But this is also PLA. And I'm moving to PETG. Just because PETG. I have a lot of PETG and I want to use up my PETG. So I want to be able to have small grids that can be easily removed whenever I need to. That just makes things a lot easier on me. It also makes mounting a lot easier because I can do it in smaller segments and I don't have to worry too much about, do things line up. I can just adjust. Come on. Speaking of things lining up, let's give me. Oh, I did it wrong. That would be why. There we go. I need to actually mount that to my wall, but things are printing. Okay. Pop up here like right away to refill the filament. The first layer, it's going to be out. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. My headphone mount is also gonna be 30 minutes, which is an additional test on removing layer lines. So we'll be able to see how well that worked. Excited for that. Let me put this away now that we're going with a different system, or at least for bulk storage of screws, we're going for a different system. Because that's what I have to figure out. Now that I have a mini makerspace, I have to start figuring out bulk screw storage. Because up until this point, I've only had storage for like 50 of a fastener. I haven't had storage for like 100 of a fastener, let alone 1,000 of a fastener. But now that I'm going to the territory of having 500 to 1,000 of a single fastener, I have to start thinking about bulk storage solutions that just work better for my situation. So, yeah. Oh. You got a little schmutz on you. Let's get rid of that. It already probed the bed, so it probed the bed with a little bit of schmutz. A little bit of schmutz. Do people say that nowadays still? Schmutz. Oh, you know. Say that as though... I'm 27. Have you considered filling milk cartons with fasteners and labeling them? That's a good idea. I just don't have that many milk cartons, especially not like cardboard ones. Tin Talon, the stream is choppy. I don't know why. My computer just hates itself right now. And I didn't... The worst part is I need to get into the habit of restarting my computer. But admittedly, I keep forgetting to. And I don't know that I have to restart my computer until after I started the stream. And at which point it's too late. Like, it's just too late. Because I could restart the stream, lose all of you, or we can kind of just bear with it. I'm blaming NVIDIA Broad. You know what? It's off, but let me kill it. No, it doesn't seem to have really done anything. I did kill NVIDIA Broadcast though. Yeah, no, it's CPU usage. My CPU is through the roof. Let me just close out all these tabs that I have open. Is the 2070 Super no longer a high-end card? Wouldn't be surprised. All right. My computer is now bare bones. Are you doing software encoding? No, hardware encoding. And I only have 2 cameras technically on the system. One that is the main webcam, and then the capture card. My CPU is still getting absolutely pegged. I saved like 10% of my RAM though. Yeah, it looks like a stream from Real Player's early days. RIP. Who here remembers Real Player? Yeah. Okay, it has been 2 weeks since I rebooted my computer. That's likely a culprit. It has been 2 weeks since I rebooted my PC. I'm gonna schedule reboots on Sunday mornings. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start forcing myself to not just leave shit open on my computer and actually enforce myself to have a scheduled reboot occur at least once a week. Yeah. We vibing. Audio still sounds perfect and we can see what's going on. That's good. Considering I'm running an RTX 2080 Super with Max Q laptop. Yeah. 2070 isn't bad. I can barely play modern games anymore. It's not bad. Moon, I used to leave my computer on for months. And it would function normally. It would function just fine. Once I started live streaming, things just kind of that kind of got thrown out the window. Right, let me close some Edge tabs here. All right. The only thing left that's like resource intensive is Prusa Slicer, and I don't want to close those out right now. I'd really rather not close them if I can choose not to, because I kind of need them. Because of course I got stuff that I have not saved. Because that's me. Not bad for you. I save stuff? Who does that? Where do I put my step stool? Oh! Why is that a thing that said? Did you guys see what I posted on Twitter? And Blue Sky? I posted on both. I actually... This pops right off the wall, so I can... So if you didn't see, I made this. And what this is a scale replica of the mirror array for the James Webb Space Telescope. The back of this is all PLA. I have it super glued together, which is how it's holding itself together. These tiles clip together, and yeah, and this looks really cool. There's protective film on this, which is why it's like a matte finish, and I'm leaving it. I don't really want the mirror finish, which I'm sad because this tile, the protective film has started to peel off. So I might have to go with full mirror effect. I don't want to go full mirror effect. Because it looks cool as just what this is. Yeah, I'm gonna go put this back up now. It is heavy. I would definitely want to say this is like 2 kilograms worth of material. It's all but it covers up it used to be a gym, so this covers up one of the motivational posters my mom hung. Motivational. Probably vibe with. Yeah, that covers that up perfectly. And it themes my room so much better. Someone asked what printers are we looking at? Ladies and gentlemen, we have Lich #1. Lich is a Prusa Mark IVS that is enclosed with the Prusa enclosure. We have Black Widow, Prusa MK4S #2, Draugr, Prusa Mark IVS #3, and then we have Pleiades, which is Prusa XL. On our left, we have Fermi and Pulsa, which are my Prusa Minis. Those are my printers, and yes, they are all named. If you're wondering what the naming scheme is, they are all named after neutron stars, except for Pulsa and Fermi. Pulsa and Fermi are named after my D&D characters. Obviously, one relating to pulsars, the type of neutron star that emits a magnetic pulse, and Fermi relating to the Fermi paradox. Black Widow is a pulsar planetary system that has it's a neutron star or a pulsar with planets orbiting around it because it has a planetary extruder, a planetary gearbox extruder. Same thing for Lich. Lich is the name of a pulsar planetary system, and Draugr is also the name of a pulsar planetary system. And Pleiades is the name of a cluster of pulsar planetary systems. So they are all named after neutron stars that have planets orbiting around them. That's the whole idea. And the naming is. Oh, the stream's got a lot better. Yeah, I hope things went better with the quality. We'll find out. Love me some spacecraft stuff. I've got both a space shuttle model and a starship model queued up to print. Hell yeah. Space shuttle model is going to, yeah. Oh, with the piece of real shuttle that I got. Ooh, that is so cool. Hopefully you got that legally, because technically that is property of NASA. I want a mini. I have an MK3S Plus. The minis are cheap right now. You can get them for $500. It's hard to justify a mini because for $700 you can get an MK4S kit from Printed Solid. But I love the mini. I do love the mini. It's a workhorse. It works well. Have you read The Three Body Problem? I believe I have. I don't want to get into that. The names are kind of cool. Thank you. I think your mic is dying. What? No, it's likely things glitching out. I have property of NASA illegally. Smitsky, of course you would. I do as well. I showed them off in a previous. Printed this. We started the print in a previous stream for one of these. We didn't finish it during the stream. So let me show these off real quick. So, this Artemis sign, I did print and show off on a previous stream. Love this. This came out so good. This was not done with an MMU or an AMS. This was just done with layer changes. So this came out wonderfully. Absolutely, I'm happy with that. And then one of the previous streams, we printed out the NASA worm logo, and this came out great. Absolutely wonderful. We used Galaxy Black PLA on the back to act as the backer board. And yeah, that just came out wonderfully. Absolutely happy with how this turned out. So, we got NASA Artemis. And that's up on my wall. Yes, man. I am a nerd for space. Little desk buddy. I have a dummy 13 up there. Oh, right. I almost forgot the reason why I needed the... Oop. Crashed into things. Excuse me. Coming through. We are literally in the process. Holy crap. I cannot wait till I'm rid of these cardboard spools. Cardboard's great for the environment. It is not a great spool material. All right, now I just gotta stand here and feed the filament for a bit. I mean, it's probably printed enough that I could test what we want to test, but we're gonna let it finish proper. Let's see. Will the Prusa Mark IV detect the break in the filament? Or, since I'm just shoving it down, will it just keep printing? Be a pretty interesting test. I don't actually know what's going to happen here. Okay, it has now grabbed the filament, so now filament is being fed by the printer. Looks like we had no interruption. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, it was from Challenger from a maintenance swap. It was cut up and documented by the tech that removed it and saved from the... I have a bunch of worms in TPU. I had a few around the labs in Goddard. That's funny. Yeah, I went and saw NASA in the past couple years, and I saw what they did as the mural to Challenger and Endeavor. The two shuttles that blew up. I know it was Challenger, and I'm sadly I'm forgetting the other one. Enterprise? No. Columbia, thank you. I'm an emotional person. Just ask Mitch. I'm not afraid to show my emotions. When I saw what was there, I bawled. I was, because it's really sad. It is a very sad and somber. I guess you know how long your stream delay is now, right? It's a very sad and somber thing, and I should have pretty low latency on the stream delay. I'm currently streaming at ultra low latency, but who knows with the current wacky woos of the stream. All right, 8 more minutes, and then we'll have our answer whether or not my idea is going to work. Let's get a fan going, because it is warm in here. So, you guys want to see something? Something wild? Hey, Callie. You're not the wild one that I was just mentioning, but I mean, hi. Hello. All right, you ready for this? You're not, but I don't even know how to properly show this off. Oh man, this is gonna suck. This is all Jesse. This is a tower of Jesse. And this is 2.3 kilogram spools. These are from back, made in 2021. We were cleaning out some storage, and we found this old filament. And they were like, "Hey, we're gonna throw this out. Do you want it?" It's from 2021, and I was like, "Sure." Does PS pay you, or do you pay them to work? That's a great question. Since these are so old, we cannot sell them. And since we cannot sell them, we don't obviously sell it to employees. So because of the questionable nature of whether or not this is good filament, this was free. I am to use it on my farm at my own risk. And But I figured, hey, if that stuff, yeah, 1.75. So I can use it. It's not like 2.75. I can actually use this filament. I'm tempted to give away a spool, but again, it's from 2021, so like I don't want to give away one of those spools because it could be a terrible spool. It's all PLA. So like this could be crap. Like it couldn't be terrible. It has been in storage for 4 years. It could be horrible filament. But it's a lot of filament. And if it turns out to be good, I don't know what I'm going to use it for because I don't use those colors. But I'll figure it out. Yeah, I take the risk 100%. Like that, you don't turn down free filament. Like when you get free filament, you take free filament. Especially okay, that's only one stack. I got 2. Here. Those are all 2.3 kilogram spools. And yeah, that red bracket's holding it up. The weight of all of those spools is on 4 screws right now. It's on 4 M4 by 12s. That's it. 4 M4 by 12s holding up all that filament. I'm a gambling man. Yeah, they just pay me in filament. Alright? It's 5, yeah, so that's yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's 40 pounds of filament right there. Does not account for the 5, 10, 25 pounds that are on the floor. That's a lot of filament, man. A lot of filament. I love my job. I love my job. And we have an announcement coming out soon. I can't tell you what the announcement is, but we have an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, if you live in the Delaware area, or are willing to relocate, Printed Solid is hiring. Like, we are hiring. And we're hiring a lot. Like, it's not just a couple positions. No. We're looking to hire a lot of people. Check out printedsolid.com. Go to the jobs page, and if you believe that you fit the criteria for any of the jobs posted, submit your resume. Submit your resume, and let's see what happens. Printed Solid is such an amazing company to work for. I'm so happy where I am. I was using the angle grinder today, and one of our new guys walks up. Because, I'm sitting here, grinding some square tubing. And, I'm throwing sparks out feet, like several feet. I'm throwing sparks across the warehouse. And the new guy comes up. It's like, dude, that looks so fun and so cool. I've been doing it for a day and a half. My hands are killing me at this point. And I'm done. I don't want to be grinding any more steel. But that's part of my job now, so I keep doing it. But I look at this guy, and he's like, dude, that's so cool, it's so cool. I'm like, you want to try? And he's like, hell yeah! So I give him hearing protection, safety glasses, the whole 9 yards. I make sure he's safe. I show him how to hold the angle grinder. I show him the on button, how to turn it on because it has a safety switch. And I show him, this is how you have to do this. This is how you grind down the weld correctly. He pays attention, and he learns really quickly. So I show him how to do it, and then I hand it to him. And he goes ahead and he does one. I only let him do one, but he actually did a pretty damn good job. Like, I thought I would have to go back over and redo it. Nah, he paid attention. And he did a good job on it. And I was just sitting there like, man, I'm glad I didn't have to do that. That's one less weld I had to grind. And it turned out pretty good. And honestly, I needed the ego boost. I needed that ego boost, man. I needed that little ego boost, and I was happy. Does sound like fun. It is fun. Define developers. If it's software development, not really. And also, everything is not remote. Everything is in-house. As someone in robotics accidentally set their shirt on fire with an angle grinder. Yeah, I've been intentionally wearing shirts I don't care about just in case, and I've made sure fire extinguisher is like right there, because I mean, I could stop, drop, and roll, but then I'd be covered in everything else. So I'd rather just take the fire extinguisher to the chest. Make new guy catch the sparks in a bucket for you. Okay, next time we have to grind, I'm doing that. I'm gonna do that. I'm like, hey, I need your help. Can you grab a bucket? To be fair, it does help with cleanup. It does help with cleanup. Like, joking aside, doing that helps with cleanup. Let's be real. Alright. So, we go live. Alright. I gotta take my hat off for a bit. There we go. Alright, let's see if this works. Alright. We got everything we need to test this. So first, this goes in there. Just like that. Okay. That's pretty painless. The strength of this is definitely questionable. That is definitely a questionable amount of strength. Look like they're larger than 2.3. I'm comparing them to 2. Yeah. No, they are larger in diameter, but they are the same width as a 1 kilogram spool. So they're 2.3 kilograms. We'll try this. I mean, this is compatible with normal snaps. If it's compatible with normal, or it should be compatible with normal snaps. Let me. Where? Oh, that's already broken. So here's a normal 2-part snap. Interesting. This, you need all 4 snaps in for full strength. Yeah. Question is, how do I even get 1 snap in? That is way harder than a normal. Let's look. That geometry is different. Slightly different. Oh wait, it's about the same. It's about the same. So this should work in theory. We know these are not the right snaps. Like, we know that. That's part of the test. We're checking to see if all the hardware I have printed is technically compatible. Because I printed a lot of this hardware. Okay. We're close. This is definitely not just a okay. No. The answer is no. This does not work. Which, in my opinion, is very disappointing. Okay. Like with these, that just snaps in. Absolutely no problem. That just snaps in. Doesn't happen with that. So, if I want to use these, what do I need? What do I need to make this work? So we go mounting systems, screw on, bolt locked individual quad. I don't like this whole bolt lock idea. I will try it. I will give it a try. I'm not a fan of the idea, but I won't knock it till I try it. I think it is fair for me to actually give it a try here. Okay. It looks like it. So multi-board snap, okay. So, sorry, I just realized I'm not showing this. Okay, so we're gonna grab that. We're also going to grab, I think, this. Yeah, folded locking bolt with a small thread hole. That way it's functional. Yeah. Okay. And then I need plate snaps. So I don't understand. So I guess the mini snaps are specifically for this. That's what I have to assume. Yeah, so this is what we want. That has standard multi-board in it. So this is for something else. But what's compatible with this? If my AB snaps aren't compatible. So, okay, let's download this. Okay, so I'm just gonna print this and see if this is compatible. Another 28 minutes. Of course it is. Oh, Black Widow finished though. So let's, while we wait, let's look at a model that just finished. Now, technically, these should be compatible. Technically. Not, it's fine. That's what we're here to find out. So this, very simple model. Just a headphone holder, which I may have to do that. Why is watching a printer work so fast, right? That looks like it should work, but it definitely doesn't. So like if I take this out, like that nests in there. So like that's using the same system. But there's no way I can fit that in. Which has me perplexed. So this is different. Yeah. Okay, I see what's going on here. There are mini snaps. So let's download this and print it on the other machine. No, you don't put the ring in first. That's not how that works. Okay. Yeah, cross goes in first, but these are just not the right ones. Anyway, so this is for a normal plate, and what I've done is I've kind of erased. Oh yeah, that actually worked decently. So I've erased layer lines by using fuzzy skin. That fuzzy skin's a little aggressive, so I have to tune that a bit, but it turned out decently. All right, let's get the plate that this is designated for. Hey, Lil. And let's get the headphones that this is made for. Now, I'm a little concerned right out the gate. I mean, if I hold down that'll work. But it won't work on that. So, I mean, I don't really want to do that. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to find something larger or just extend that out. Something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Okay. So yeah, mini snaps sound like they work, but normal snaps don't. Anyway, is what it is. Let's look at this system that we have here. So this is normal. So that snaps in there. Line that up. Yep. Okay. Now we push that in. Just like that. Fold this over. Ooh, that folded perfectly. Oh, shit. Well, didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. It'll work. Looks like I printed threads that were too long. Shit. Yep. Oh, wait, no. I mean, that works. Yeah, they're a few mil too long, but it's fine. There we go. That works. It's a little small, admittedly. It's not the best in the world. Might look for a different headphone holder, but that should work for now. No one has, I've seen, had done a color grid. Is that intentional or just how people have done it? I don't know what I mean by color grid, but I always like to do black and then accent, because I have a lot of black. All right, this will work for now. I'm gonna look for other headphone holders. These are was like of moderate strength. And this definitely seems like it is a, so yay. But doesn't fit the headphones quite as nice as I hoped it would. So I will try this. We'll see how it does. But certainly more to be desired of that. I don't want to damage it by hanging it like that. So I'll look at other headphone holders. But we shall see. Oh, this is failing. Probably because I got a little bit of schmutz from my fingers on there. Using it like each tile different color. I don't want to really do like each tile different color. That seems a little disconjointed. I don't want to keep things to be the same. Especially if I can do jet black BTG and Prusa orange. That just makes things so much nicer. All right, let's look for a headphone holder. All right. so let's look for keyboard headphone. This is the one I printed, which as we have discovered, it's not necessarily the best, at least not for the size headphone I have. For other headphones, it's probably fine. Look at this one. Okay, so that one uses 2 bolts. Well, let's go to thanks. So grid. I need one for big headphones. Chunky boy headphone. Okay. There's really not many. Pegboard one. It's that I like that one the most right now because it doesn't have a lip. Wow, I thought there would be more headphone holders. Let's look at this. And that's nice. Nah, not inspiring confidence in me. I could break out the CAD. I don't really want to break out the CAD. I think we're gonna go with this one. This looks simple. Like it works. And it looks like it uses relatively small amount of filament. I'll try this with fuzzy skin. Dude, have you heard about orienting your parts? It's a fun little thing that you can do. Not sure if you know. Wait, what is that razor thin? Seriously, dude? Bruh. How is my printer supposed to print that? Like, what? Bruh. I know my printer can do it, but jeez. Any printer, you're giving a lot of confidence in that bed adhesion. A one line on the bed? Oh my god. I'll try. It'll take an hour, or like 2 hours. All right, almost done with the small snap. While I'm sitting here, let's see, what do I need? Okay, I need the quad bolt lock. Then I need the thread hole. Yep. I mean, I'm admittedly, I kind of like this idea because it sounds like it's a lot easier for me to remove panels rather than like pulling them off. I might just be able to unscrew them, which I will admit sounds a bit nicer. It just seems weirdly unnecessary. So now we get rid of that. Go up the folder. And where is it? Download that. I mean, we'll try this. I'm not super confident. What sucks is that, like, I can't. I mean, we'll see if this works with this, and that will tell us more. Okay, the one pin's done. Let's have a look. Okay. That is indeed a pin. So this is a new part. This is a new part. Here's an old part. So this should just go in. Oh, there might be a direction to this. Yep, there's a direction to this. Okay. So that goes in there. Huh. That's... okay. That is very weak. That is very weak. That is not very strong. I mean, lateral forces, like pulling down on it? Ooh, yeah, no, that is not holding up any structural. I mean, it works. And the idea is that you distribute the weight across multiple things. That's the idea. Now, if I put it into here... oh, that pops out. Okay, hold on. Well, if I... let me put this under compression as though it is in a system. Yeah, that pops out so easily. I mean, I'm not holding a ton of heavy stuff. I'm not. Let's see what the other thing is like. Got another 11 minutes left on that. This is not inspiring a ton of confidence. It's just not. Oh, delete those because those already got ruled out. And like, I want to go with this grid. I have a material question from going PLA to ABS. Is there shrink? Yeah. Oh, huge shrinkage difference. There's a massive shrinkage with ABS ASA. The rule of thumb is scale your parts up to 100.5% if you don't want them to shrink. In all reality, what you want to do is print a calibration cube and measure it. Like for every material ABS ASA, print a calibration cube and measure it. And figure out what your actual setting is meant to be. Most slicers, Orca and Prusa slicer, have a shrinkage compensation, but you want to just double check and make sure. Yeah, that barely holds any weight. Yeah, that barely holds any weight. What is the point of this? If that can't hold anything, what's the point of it? I'm trying to understand that. Is there a way to input that? Yeah, there is. It's in there. Just literally look up your slicer. Yeah, okay. Sorry, stream is a bit behind. Yeah, just look up your slicer and like how to compensate shrinkage and stuff like that. You'll find what you're looking for. I want to use these because I can print a plate like that, and that makes things a lot easier for me to print this. But this doesn't hold a lot of weight. Holds very little weight. And if I want to use a 3x3 grid of these to hold bulk screws, I need it to hold weight. So we'll find out in about 8 minutes on exactly what the best route is for this. Streamlabs chat is always 10 seconds. Oh, I'm not looking at Streamlabs chat. I look actually at YouTube, so I see it as you guys type it. Okay, sorry, thinking. This just isn't that strong. Let me look back at the website. He said for the divider to have most strength, you need it on all 4. Okay. Take your word for that. I'm gonna try the plate snap. And we'll see how that works. Because I mean, if you need all snaps in for this to get full strength, then yeah, I might as well just use a normal plate snap. But the problem is, I can print on a mini. I can print plate divider along with the 3x3 grid of the frame, but I can't print the plates now. I'm also starting to be worried about, actually no, it doesn't look like I have to worry about that. Or do I? No, it does it. Hold on. This, hold on. Let me go grab a plate real quick. Actually, I have a small one right here, actually. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this, at least, this maintains the spacing, which is important to me. That maintains the correct spacing. 4 minutes. Ugh. All right, let me grab the filament giveaway link for you guys before I forget. Like, it kind of sucks that all of these snaps I have, like, I'm using bad tiles here to store snap connectors. It kind of sucks that I'm essentially being told, hey, that doesn't work. Because you can see how many of these I have. I got a lot. But that is fine. That is actually... Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, let me grab it from my phone. Oh, come on, seriously? This is why I've stopped using... I need to get more, I need to get more... What's it called? EI plates for my MK4s. There's... So DNS is messing up on my network right now. So I'm gonna have to reboot my network. I was using Unify. Delete all responses. All right, I know. Give me a second, guys. I know that it's currently closed. 1 second. Okay, fixed. There we go. I don't know why I can't access it on my like straight up. It's not loading. I don't know why. It's actually extremely infuriating that this isn't working. Arden, we'll make a big announcement when we have international shipping. It likely won't be for a year, man. I want to do international shipping, but I don't have any control over it. It is such low priority. One day, I promise. And on that day, I'll make a huge deal out of it. I assure you. That is my promise to you. I don't know why Google is being this way. I can't even load google.com. All right. I don't want to... If I can't pull the names, then I can't do the thing. So I may just have to pull the winner after the stream. I don't want to do that. But I might have to. I may not have a choice. Okay, so this does respect the grid layout. Come on, Google. Why? Okay. Regardless, this test has confirmed what I was thinking. All right. For the first time ever in my streams, I don't have an alternative browser right now, and quite frankly, I'm not able to load an alternative browser. I mean, I have Edge. I could use Edge. I don't want to use Edge. Can I load youtube.com? No, I can't. Okay. What? Yeah, I can't load any new websites right now on my main browser that has everything logged in. I can do it on my phone, sure, but I can't, like, copy... Welcome to the stream from hell. Alright, I'll do it from my phone. I can load things in Edge, but Edge isn't my actual main browser. We're gonna do this jank, and we're gonna do it on my phone. It's all I got, because my web browser doesn't work. Anyway, back to what we were looking over. So this Snaps into here. Okay. And that just goes right in there. Now that holds a significantly... Yeah, it's definitely a browser issue, but I have to restart my computer to fix it. Problem is, it's also the browser that's providing music right now. I'm gonna reboot my computer and be done with it. All right, so this does pretty good. So the solution is print 4 of these with the with each of the tiles. So let's look back at the slicer. I forgot to pin the form. Let me do that. Will it let me do that? There we go. All right, so let's go back to live here. So now we move to mini plate transfer. I don't want to do anything smaller than this 3x3. But I want to get as many. I'm not going to be able to get anything on this. So we're going to do 2 plates. So we're going to have both minis working. Do this. Okay. Okay, so all of that fits on 1 mini. Okay. Then I need essentially 4 of these on another. Which, for the sake of time, might as well just put these over here. Yep, there we go. And then 1 mini can do it in 1 color, and the other mini can do it in the other color. Lulu! No, 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 come here. No. You're not allowed to have hair bows. No. Shrimp faja. Sorry, I had to say it that voice. Welcome! We're having the stream from hell because my computer's just taking a shit on everything we're doing. It's a normal Thursday for us. Okay, so... how much longer on the mini prints? Quite a lot. Okay. I have 2.3 kilograms of this bold blue. Wait, no, this is meant to be persimmon. Okay, so this is meant to be persimmon. So I can get... so now that we've plated this for the mini, let's save this. So, multi-bin mini plating. Okay. Okay. No, we're gonna stick to the plan. As much as the plan might be stupid, we're sticking to the plan. Which is the smallest unit, the smallest grid unit on this entire thing is going to be mini printable. So we're sticking to that plan and we're not deviating. I still don't know how everything else snaps together. And that's the struggle. Without knowing how everything else snaps together, it's really difficult to plan this out. Like, really difficult. So let's bring Edge back real quick. I'm not even touching anymore. So I still don't understand how multi-bins attach. I still... Oh, I see it now. I see. Okay, so... Oh, there we go. We got this. Okay. So that... Okay. That complicates things. That complicates things. So, okay. Okay. That's kind of what I'm looking for. The surrounding piece. So, okay. How? That clearly snaps into this. No, it doesn't. Does it? What? Hold on. Huh? How the fuck does this work? Okay, so from what I'm understanding, this acts as a base plate? Like, yeah? No. Yes. Yes, this acts as a base plate. Okay, because that's the same geometry. Okay. So, how do I attach a multi-pin to this thing that we printed? How does that work? Okay, that rail popping, cool. That works and that makes sense. But how do you attach the beam? Is it through multi? I mean, multi-point would work. It looks like. Which that would thread into this with bolt lock. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Should I be waiting? Probably. But okay. So this bolt lock looks promising. That looks like, okay, so that's this thing in the middle, which means everything would be offset unless, oh, okay, I figured it out. So for a bin like this, okay. Oh no, I'm getting okay. It's coming. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. Okay. He needs like an interactive 3D model to show like how things can connect. But I'm getting it now. Okay. This. Okay. This bolt right here will thread into these and then into that, allowing you to use these. There we go. Okay. That makes sense now. That makes so much more sense now that I'm actually like visualizing it. Yeah, that is a lot. Yeah. Okay. So I can go with my idea of doing this. Because the idea is that I would have like one of these in every corner, and then this outermost corner be what is mounting the whole plate to the wall. And then my brain's trying to figure out, okay, how do I then utilize all of the tiles? And I've just figured it out. I just got it. Okay. Well, there we go. Let's get... I thought I was watching something fail. Okay, so let's get some orange. Do I want to do that plate in orange? I mean, let's think about this. So I want the accent of this to be orange. If this is orange, then this is going to be primary color. This kind of has to be primary color. And this becomes accent. Yeah. So now, thinking that way, we have to replate this to save on tool changes. Hey, Wick Central, welcome back. So we're gonna move these over to this plate, as well as these, because we want. Because if these plates are gonna take up the majority of the color, then you want this to be accent. Which makes sense. That makes complete sense. So let's do that. These minis still have an hour to finish what they're printing right now. But I am entirely willing to move to this system. Does that mean I have to reprint a decent amount of things? Sure. This over here, this will stay. I'm not changing that. I don't have to change that. Over in the bedroom, I will swap out because it will look a lot neater just being that frame. Okay, I'm starting to understand this system. It's taken a bit, but I'm starting to understand it. Yeah, there really isn't an easy way to understand how all of these go together, but once you do understand. So okay, it looks like he's moving. Like this push connector doesn't fit that well in here anymore. Like it still works, but it comes out really easily, which is different. This used to be a pretty firm connection. That's good and bad. It's good and bad. It's not terrible. Not horrible. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me. We got some parts to print. So let's load up. Unload Filament. Welcome to what I often have to think about very thoroughly. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure this out at work, aren't I? Ooh. Shit. Well, whatever I figure out here is gonna be applied to work. That's gonna be fun. Okay. You're unloading. Let me get. I got.
The orange down there? No.
Okay.
I just got UTG.
Okay. Good thing I restocked on orange recently. Yeah, because yeah, okay, good. Just gotta wait for some of you chucklebones to finish. Oh. That's unloading. we really need to finish the mods that we were doing to this printer. Like, I need to finish the whole MMU system on that. Like, this is woefully incomplete, but it is functional. Just the whole MMU thing has just been on hold. Like, the MMU's in there, it's just not in use. Not turned off, it's just I don't use it. The idea is that we're gonna have the MMU tubes come out the side here with a buffer like on the side, and then figure that out. I've been so busy with the rest of this studio that I haven't even done that. Said within a year he's going to put version numbers in the file name to help with compatibility in the future. That should prevent all things, unless he does like actual like simulation assemblies, like, hey, you select what you want to, like, what you have as a base and how you want to mount it. Yeah, no, every person's gonna have to go through these hoops in order to figure out how it works. There's really no way to avoid that. That's a thing that people are going to experience, and that sucks, but it is what it is. It's gonna take 2 hours to print just 4 of these tiny little tiles. Bruh. Alright. Alright, how much longer on you? 33 minutes. Yep. Alright, well, I'm gonna be up late, but you guys don't have to be. My conversion kit is batch 5. Got how early I jumped on. Must have been pretty late. Right? Alright. Let me grab all the names here for the filming giveaway. Oh, this is really gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, seriously? Are you really not gonna let me do this the way I want to? Don't do this to me. Just let me do what I want to do. Okay. How do I... Okay, there we go. I have to do this on my phone, so it's just kind of sucky. Okay. Well, here we go. We're about to find out who wins. You just gotta trust me on this, all right? So, here we go. Spin. And the winner is Nicole McLean! Hey! Congratulations, Nicole. Are you here? Are you here, Nicole McLean? There's not a Discord for Printed Solid. If you found an error, just email Printed Solid. There's a form on the website that you can submit email through. Yeah, Wix Central. My web browser on my computer is not loading anything. I have to reboot my computer. So we do that. All right, Nicole, congratulations. You have won a spool of Jesse. I'm going to reboot my computer, and I'm going to then send this your way. So you will get an email notification after the stream is ended. Is there any word about the MMU solution for the Core 1? MMU 3 works with Core 1. That's all I can say. The MMU 3 does work with the Core 1. Whether or not that is the intended and desired and preferred method is not something I can currently comment on. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I apologize that this stream was a little hectic, but I'll be sure to start rebooting my computer on a weekly basis so that this doesn't happen again. Sorry, chat. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you all had a wonderful night. I appreciate those of you who watched the stream for this new multi-board stuff so that I'm not in the dark. I'm going to experiment and try things out, and we're going to see how things